I'm sorry, orthodox.
Okay.
Orthodox stance. Back up. So we're not going to do it yet, but why it's on my mind, I'll go ahead and tell you. So it would be 1, 2, okay, drop, and then as you drop, go almost square to the camera. Yep, and then let your 1, 2 go there. I can live with that.
Okay, so if I were to...
You threw that at the wrong angle. See where you're throwing? You should be throwing that more at an angle than what you're throwing it at.
So like here. Is that what you're
Yep,
saying?
like that. The other one, and this is going to be a little bit tricky because you're going to have to throw this hook really short.
Okay.
But what I want to do, and you don't have to drop on this, but it would be 1, 2. Okay. I need you to switch into your southpaw stance while you're throwing the shortest hook you can throw,
Okay.
and get on his left side.
Well, on his left side, I'd have to throw... I couldn't... So you want me to throw this hook? My right hook, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to throw that hook. Okay. So you see how long that is? It's got to be way shorter, and you got to get you should be facing the stairs, basically. Your chest should be facing the stairs. That's the angle you got to take. Yeah. Yep. And then, well, man, I guess at that point you don't really have to. You're still in your orthodox stance.
Yeah. I mean, I could
If you come all the way through it, though, you'd be in your side. I don't know what's better.
If I'm going to end up...
Turn all the way into your southpaw stance. Let me see what it looks like after the 1, 2. Yeah, see, I like that better because it clears you out, and then the straight left is right there.
Because if I was going that way, I'd rather be southpaw.
I mean, you could do it both ways. I don't hate it, but I guess what I'm trying to get away from is I don't like that 1, 2, and then that hard push over because there's no punch there.
Right.
Both ways I'm having you do it, you're either dropping and moving over, or you're throwing a punch as you're moving over. I can live with that.
Right.
So we'll get back to that in a minute, though. I wanna do this. So this is what I want. So we're gonna be taking that step around in a circle, but what I want is I want constant punching with your left hand. But what I mean by that is it's gonna be jab, hook, up. You're just kind of. It's more of an exercise to get you used to throwing the whole time. You can still stop, but I don't want the punches to stop, and I want them to be real lazy. It's just nice and smooth.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're not picking up your left foot, so you're making your circle really, really small. Should be just on the edge. Yep. Keep moving your head. Yeah, because so what you're doing it with the uppercut and the hook, but I want. So you're throwing the jab. It's not so much a different angle, but you're leaning over as you're throwing it. Yep, like that. Yes. Yep. Don't step back, though. Step around. Good, Garrett. Quit stepping back, though. That's the only thing you're doing wrong is you're stepping back instead of over. So you're pushing yourself back instead of pushing yourself over. Yeah, you can vary those ups to the head and to the body. You can throw those hooks to the body. But what I don't, so see, like some of those, you're trying to put too much on them.
Okay.
So you're messing up the flow of what we're trying to do.
Okay.
So obviously, when we're doing it, yeah, some of those it's going to be touch, rip, but for right now, everything is just touch,
Okay.
just to get the rhythm of it. Doesn't mean you can't go all the way through it. It just means, and you're still stepping back. Quit stepping back and step over. Don't stop the punches. You step back again. Quit stepping back and step over. It's mostly off the jab that you're stepping back. Now, there's nothing wrong with stepping back. You can do that, but for this exercise, I just want you going around.
Okay.
Ball up that right fist. I don't like that. Get that bounce out of there. Keep moving the head. Okay, I see what's going on. So when you're leaning, your back foot is almost off the ground.
Okay.
That doing that because your feet are too far apart. So as you're stepping around, make sure your foot is down because you can't. You're trying to lean over and your feet are too far apart. You're pulling your foot almost off the ground.
Okay.
So keep your feet closer together. Try and limit how many of them you're throwing when you're stopped.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can take smaller steps. Good, Garrett. No, watch that step back. I mean, eventually, yeah, we'll be stepping forward. We'll be stepping backwards. Now, every once in a while, just only when your feet are set, let a big right hand go, and I mean let it go. Beautiful, Garrett. Stop for a second. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about because it's a change of pace. We're just kind of. I'm not saying we're not trying to land those, but they're just kind of out there, and then we're letting one go. I really like that. Make sure they're not all just straight rights, though. They should be ups. They should be overhands. They should be everything. What that really is almost a measuring tool for us. Because even if it lands, but it's not hard, then we know that right hand's going to land, or it should land.
Right.
Don't necessarily step in, because now it's going to be past it.
Okay.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, because if I step in, then it may be too far.
Yeah, you're gonna have to judge it. If he's moving back, then yeah, but you got to read it.
Right.
Nice, good turn. Now you're kind of not throwing your punches all the way.
Okay.
Like especially right before you let the big shot go, you're kind of short arming it. That's the last thing we want to do.
Okay.
A lot of jabs. Okay, let's switch and go lefty now. Just the right hand for right now.
Okay.
Relax. You feel that shoulder going up? Relax. You're not stopping as much
Okay.
in the southpaw stance. Got to make sure you're working some stops in there. Keep the hand going. Remember, visualize that. Visualize that knocking his head back, turning his head with the hook, lifting his head up with the up. relax. Okay, we didn't do it on the other side, but do this for me, because now that we got kind of a rhythm of it. So with the lead hand, every once in a while, let one rip,
Okay.
but just the lead hand. So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just make sure your feet are set. Good up. Some of those hard ones got to be jabs too. Yep. Nice. It's your head movement. Yep. Should be you're sliding your head on the jabs, but I don't see it so much on the ups and the hooks.
Okay.
Okay, now start letting some straight lefts go.
Okay.
Or, I mean, power lefts. Quit trying to put that front foot out there. Just stay with, yeah.
Can I add with the lead hand?
Say that again, please.
Can I add the hooks and uppercuts with lead hand though?
You were already doing that.
Yeah, no, I was just jabbing because you didn't say add that yet, so that's why I was asking to make
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
You're throwing hooks and up, yeah. Watch the angle that you're throwing that power hand from. You're dropping your lead hand too when you're throwing the power hand. Okay, now let's do this.
What's
So
wrong
let's
with my
go
Hissa?
back to that. What's that?
What's wrong with my Hissa?
Mommy's here, so she's crying. Okay, so let's go back to what we were working on at the beginning. So it's 1, 2, switch with right hook.
Okay.
But so do it both ways. Switch all the way to southpaw sometimes, and let the 1, 2 go. Sometimes go all the way to the southpaw, or sometimes go all the way to southpaw. Sometimes stay in orthodox when you switch. But make sure that hook is real short. Yep. Go ahead and come all the way around so you don't get used to that.
Okay.
So, yep, just backpedal around. Yep. Try not to pull yourself. I mean, okay, so this is kind of where it gets dicey. So that last one, you actually pulled yourself away a little bit.
Okay.
If you're going to pull yourself away, then that hook's got to be out further. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you don't pull yourself away, it needs to be very short, or it's just going to go around the back of his head.
It needs to be right here. That's where I need to throw it.
Yeah.
It should be here.
Now, if you want to vary what you're throwing after you throw that, that's cool too.
But if I went here,
Yep. Okay, let's switch it to the other side.
okay. So I have to be going here, 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 or here, here. Yeah, here, here, here. Completely switching.
Yep.
I'm trying to
I think the shorter that turn is, the better.
Yeah, so that would be if I was switching orthodox. If I want to say southpaw, I have to go here,
But that 1-2 on that side, I think it's got to be shorter. At least it looked like it. Shorten it more than that.
Okay.
Now, see how long that still is? Maybe go overhand,
Okay.
from that spot. But it should be hook overhand. It's got to be short.
Okay. And if I go completely off this, I can, if I switch orthodox, I can throw long.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to judge it. If he's pulling away, then I would go all the way to your orthodox stance. If he doesn't move, then I wouldn't go all that way. So again, it's dude. I mean, this is kind of high level stuff here. You're gonna have to read it. You know. Okay, now go back to orthodox. So now let's do 1-2 drop. As you drop, let's stay down as we step over.
Okay. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. And then as you're coming up out of that is when you should be throwing it.
Okay. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but look where you're at.
Yeah.
If you just hit me with the 1-2 and then you did that,
Yeah.
so you got to make sure that, well, one, stop just throwing away the right hand like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's the first thing. So 1-2, drop. Yep. You can actually even go